If you ever look into a mirror and see a place that isn't yours, don't run, because that place might be showing you your own future. My name is Ethan Hawley, and I work as a crime scene photographer in Maine. It's a job people think is cool until they realize most of my time is spent with dead bodies, empty houses, and rooms that still smell like fear. 3 months ago, I was called to a murder scene in an old, isolated house. The moment I stepped inside, it felt wrong, like the air was thick with something hiding. In the center of the murder room stood a massive antique mirror. My team said the killer left it there intentionally, almost like it was part of the ritual. When my fingers brushed the dark wooden frame, a freezing jolt shot through me, sharp and alive. And then I saw the reflection. It wasn't the room I was standing in. It showed me same clothes, same posture, but behind me was a long white hallway with flickering lights and deep claw marks dragging across the walls. A tall shadow emerged from the corner, stretching unnaturally, bending in ways nothing human should. I blinked, and instantly the mirror showed the normal room again. I tried to dismiss it as stress, lack of sleep, overwork, but the same mirror kept appearing at other crime scenes, each time showing a different place: hallways, stairwells, dark rooms I'd never seen. And every time that tall shadow came a little closer, I ignored it as long as I could, until the night it showed me my own death. That night, I was alone in the crime lab. Everyone else had left. The mirror was stored in the evidence room. Something pulled me toward it like a magnetic force. The lights flickered violently as I entered. I stood in front of the mirror, took a breath, and looked. This time, I wasn't in a hallway. I saw my apartment. I saw myself standing there, blood all over my shirt. And behind my reflection was the shadow, clearer than ever. Its arms were impossibly long, like stretched bone wrapped in thin skin. Its fingers curled forward like hooks. Its face was just smooth flesh, no eyes, no mouth, no features. Then it moved. It grabbed my reflection by the neck and threw him to the floor. I watched myself struggle, watched myself die inside that mirror. The shadow turned and stared directly at me, and then its fingers started pushing out of the glass. The mirror rippled like water as its hand slowly emerged. I ran for the door, but the lock jammed. The hand kept coming long, sharp, dripping something black. It was inches from me. In pure panic, I grabbed my camera and hurled it at the mirror. The sound that followed wasn't glass breaking. It was more like a muffled scream, like something living being hurt. The lights snapped to full brightness. The cold vanished. The hand vanished. I collapsed to the floor, gasping for breath. I thought I had survived. But when I looked at the shattered pieces of the mirror, every shard showed a different version of my dead body, twisted on the floor, eyes open, blood pooling. And the background in every reflection was the same: my apartment. I realized then the mirror wasn't showing the past or random images. It was showing the future. And the shadow wasn't tied to the mirror. It was tied to me. It's been 6 days. I moved out of my apartment. I switched cities. I tried to run. But this morning, in a hotel bathroom miles away from home, I saw a brand new mirror on the wall. Clean, spotless, almost inviting. When I looked into it, it didn't show my reflection. It showed a place I didn't recognize. And in the center of that scene stood the tall shadow, no longer behind the glass, but looking straight at me, as if it didn't need the mirror anymore. If you think mirrors only show reflections, think again. Some of them are waiting, watching, choosing their next target. If you want more stories that feel too real to ignore, subscribe to Hauntra TV, hit like, and tell me in the comments, have you ever seen something in a mirror that wasn't supposed to be there?